Okay, so I'm going to be showing how warm air rises and how cold air sinks. So the red water, which is the hot water with red dot, is supposed to be showing the warm air mass. And the blue water, which is cold, is supposed to be showing the cold air mass. So we have to see what happens at 0 minutes, 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, and 15 minutes. And I'm supposed to be writing it down. So at 0 minutes, all we're going to do is we're going to keep it there and see what it does, or if there's any changes to it.
What it's doing.
And at 0 minutes, all it's doing is just going to sit there, and that's it. So at 0 minutes, it's supposed to be separating the cold air mass from the warm air mass. Where's my phone? I need my phone. Okay, so right now I am going to be removing this little barrier right here with my scissors, and we're going to see what happens. Or what's going to happen when the warm air mass meets the cold air mass, what I think is going to happen is the warm air mass is going to rise and the cold is going to go to the bottom. We'll find out. Oh, that is hot.
Stay in the center.
Okay, so right now we're going to be picking up this and see the barrier and seeing what happens. We're going to be picking this up if I can get these off of the side. Okay, so after I get this tape off, they're going to be mixing and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so here it goes. So what you can see right now is that on the side, the cold air is going down. So it's still, starting to mix, but the cold air is at the bottom and the warm air is at the top. And the reason this happens is because the cold air, the density of the cold air is the cold air is more denser than the hot air, and so that's why the hot air is rising and the cold air is going down. Okay, so now that it's been 3 minutes, what you can see is that the cold air is starting to get even farther down. It's still moving to fill up the whole bottom, but the bottom of it, if you look from the top or from the side, the bottom of it is, the majority of the bottom is blue, and the whole top of it is red. So, which, you know, the red means the warm air mass, and the blue means the cold air mass. So next we have to wait, see what happens at 5 minutes. So. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I'm diagramming what happened at 1 minute and 3 minutes, and yeah, and 0 minutes too. Okay, so now it is 5 minutes, and the water is fully set, and the red water is on top, and the blue water is on the bottom fully now. So next we have to wait till we get to 7 minutes, so 2 more minutes. Okay, so now it is showing how the red water is the the least dense, and how the blue water is denser than all the other ones. We have 15 seconds until we get to 7 minutes. Okay, so now it is 7 minutes, and right now it looks like the blue water, it really hasn't changed at all, except on the sides. I have seen, if you feel the glass container, you can feel that the warm air is on top and it's very warm, and on the bottom it's actually pretty cool. You can, it's not as cold as it was in the beginning, but it's still cooler than the hot water. Okay, and you can also see that in between there is no color. All you can see is that you can see the red layer, and you can see the blue layer. And if you look really close, you cannot see anything. All you see is the red layer, and then it fades off, and then it becomes the blue layer. Okay, so now we have to go on to 10 minutes, and it has already been 3 or 2 minutes of that, the next 3 minutes. Okay, so now we are at 10 minutes, and if you look, you can see that it's starting to, in the center of it, it looks like it's starting to blend colors just a little bit. But other than that, everything is normal. And in the bottom, it is still blue, and on the top, it's still red, except for in the middle, it's starting to blend colors a little. Okay, so right now we only have 3 minutes and 52 seconds left. Okay, so all we have left is 3 minutes now to go. Okay, so now we have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Okay, so even though we have 2 minutes left, right now what you can basically see is that the blue water is actually turning a little of a darker color, so red. It's basically red and blue, and the two colors have mixed in the center, but other than that, at the bottom looks like the blue water is starting to rise just a little bit, and the red water, it is the same. Also, you can tell how at the bottom the water is starting to get a little bit warmer than it was earlier when we were at 7 minutes, and on the top is basically just getting a little cooler because, you know, it's hot water gets cool. Okay, so right now we have 30 seconds left until we get to Okay, so right now I'm noticing I might have had a mistake on where I said the two are mixing with each other, and it looks like they're still the same, where the blue water is at the bottom and the hot water is still rising at the top. Okay, so our timer is done, so let's see what it looks like at 15 minutes. Okay, so at 15 minutes what you can see is that the blue water is still at the bottom and the hot water is still at the top, and nothing has really changed since we put the water in, but what I'm thinking is if you give this enough time, then the hot water, they're all just become the same temperature, and they'll start mixing together. So that is what I think will happen at 15 minutes, and this is my when two air masses meet, or they meet together, and this is my presentation on how warm air rises and cold air sinks, and how the density of each water makes it rise or sink.